Hiya lovelies, or welcome if you're new here, I'm Linz. So we're going to be doing a chicken today in the Ninja 11-in-1, or if you've got 15-in-1, or even if you've just got a pressure cooker. But the end of it, I will be using the top air fryer thing. So if you were just doing this in your normal pressure cooker, then you could always take your chicken out and then you could pop it in your air fryer if you have one. But we're going to stop talking now and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Now, I will say to start with, this is the biggest chicken I've ever had. But in here, just heating up on the saute function or fry function, whichever you want to call it, I do have about a tablespoon of just vegetable oil, and I am popping in there an onion. And I just want that to soften up a little bit, shall we say. And then I am going to be adding some chicken stock, maybe a little bit of celery in here would be nice, some little bits of carrot. But what I'm going to be using this for will be my gravy when the chicken's cooked. Now, I will say I'm quite prepared today. We have, oh, that looks even bigger on camera, this absolutely enormous chicken. And basically, I'm going to be doing roast dinners today, and then I'm going to be using the leftovers for different meals during the week, which I'm going to try and film. We shall see how that goes. So I just want them to soften down. Now, this chicken, it's a 1.8 kg, which I think makes that in around, you know, without kind of him and hawing about it, so in around £4. It's just under £4 at 3.9 something, but just in case. I don't know what measurements you use, depending on, I suppose, where you live, but I use a mixture of grams, cups, teaspoons and tablespoons. That would be my normal. And for weights, it would be kg and gram and kg, basically. So it's hard to kind of keep track of all the different sort of measurements and metrics and all that kind of thing. So they're kind of softened off now. And here, one I prepared earlier, it's like, you know, what's that program it used to be on? I have 500 mils of chicken stock. Now, I use 2 stock cubes in this because I want it nice and chickeny. And they haven't all dissolved, but we'll pop them in, they will. Waste not, want not, as they say. Depending on your reading materials or where you've got recipes and stuff from, I find depends on your times for pressure cooking. Now, I would normally go by a rule of thumb for chicken in around 8 minutes per 500 grams. But that is, yeah, that's kind of, we'll talk about that in another video. So I'm going to turn it off now. That is boiling away. I'm going to pop the chicken, please fit. There we go. You see, it definitely would not fit it in the basket that came with this, that one. Well, it might have done, but I would have had to really squish it up. So let's see. There we go. Now, I'm not going to put any oil on top of this. I am going to go in with just a sprinkle of sage. Doesn't matter if it doesn't particularly stick, because all that steam, if that falls down there, will infuse the meat. Then I am going in just with some white pepper. And here I just have, you know, your standard table salt. Not overly much, because there's a good bit going to be in that stock. And now we're going to bring his back, so you can see the screen. We're going to pop that lid down. Make sure that it is on sealing for your vent. We're going to pop that over to this side, turn it on. And that now, being on that side, should automatically bring up your pressure or wherever, depending on which machine you're using. So I am bringing this up now. I am going to do it for 30 minutes. Like that. And then we just press start. Make sure that lid's down properly. And that's that. I'll be back. No, I won't, because basically we're going to leave that in there for 30 minutes and then we're going to try and let it do a natural type release. Then I will come back and show you. It's harder on this one because you haven't got the wee pin that pops down, so you know. It does, I think, sometimes say open lid when it's kind of depressurized, but we'll just have to wait and see. So we're getting in there now and leave that to do its thing while you prepare the rest of your veg or whatever you do. Right, lovelies, this done is 30 minutes of pressure cooking. Now it's just gone over, it's reaching 16 minutes and it's saying open. Now, if you have this machine, you're already going to know that isn't going to open because there is still a build-up of pressure in here. So I'm just going to have to release this now before I can open it. It's not as aggressive. So hopefully, yep, that has released enough now. And I've seen a lot of people saying on an article I was reading, why won't they open after it's saying open? Because you still do have to do a pressure release. So we're just going to go in and have a look at that chicken. And I'll bring you in and show you. Cool. So that there is the chicken. Granted, it does look quite anemic looking. We're going to take some spray oil if I can find it. And I am literally, this is just vegetable oil, any oil that you use. But I am just going to give that a little bit of a spritz on the top. And then I am going to be using the air fryer function on this. Now, lovelies, I will say, you know, I haven't had this very long, but I absolutely love so far the pressure cooker function, shall we say. But this I'm not impressed with. So we're just going to turn that off. You could have just pressed start and stop. But I'm going to bring that over, press it on. Now, we're on the air fry setting here, and I want to go up to the highest it will go. So we're going to 210 there. I might have to put Fahrenheit up on screen, so I'll do that somewhere. And I'm just going to bring that down there for 15 minutes. Now, I don't know how well my microphone's going to pick this up because it does have like a noise cancellation feature, but I will see if I can get it so you can hear this jet taking off. Now, I don't know whether that's picked it up, but I'll be back in 15 minutes and we'll have a look at the chicken. I'm just bringing it back to these because it's just gone the 10 minutes after, or for the 15 minutes that I put it in for. And that to me, lovelies, is about as well done as I want it. If I leave it any longer, it's going to start to burn, but it is nice and crispy and it's got some fabulous colour to it. So I am going to take that out. Hold on, that will see. Plate over and get my little silicone mitts. And we're going to pop this chicken out. Now I am going to leave that to rest, but I think we can agree that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to stop that. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. I don't want to leave it any longer that anything starts to dry out. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So as I said, we're just going to leave that and it's just going to rest and do its thing. You can cover it if you like. Over now in the bottom with all them juices. There we go. We've got quite a lot going on in there. So I am going to, I'm not sure how you're going to be able to see this. Basically, we're going to put it onto the sear saute function and press start. And then I am going to take some. Yes, we're at it again. We're on the cheap gravy granules, but feel free to use whatever you would normally use to make up your gravy. You could just use some corn flour and you'll still get a lovely flavour off that. But I am going to put in, now bear in mind there was around 500 mils in there, so I'm going to go in with 4 sprinkles, 4 tablespoons of this granule stuff. Actually, we'll do 3, give it a stir and see how it's doing. How's that? Yeah, no, 3's perfect for us anyway. Depends on how thick you like your gravy, on how much you do. Right, so while that there is kind of thickening up and coming to itself, I'm going to finish off. I have the potatoes that I've done previously. You would have seen that in a different video. Kind of steamed them off in here, and then I've got them in the joule over there, ready just to kind of warm them and give them a little bit of a crisp. But I will come back when we're dishing up. Now, lovelies, that is my completed, camera never does it justice, roast chicken, and then with the bits and pieces I've done regarding sort of steaming off the potatoes and carrots, which I'll try and pop a link somewhere there where you can see that. And then I just didn't film the other bit where I put them on max crisp for 15-20 minutes just to crisp them up a wee bit. But yes, lovelies, that there is my roast chicken dinner. And as so many of you have requested and on cue, Bob is having a drink, but we're going to try some chicken. There is a completely different texture and flavour to it when you've pressure cooked chicken. It just kind of melts in your mouth, and it still retains all its nutrients and goodie bits, I suppose you could say. But lovelies, that is it from me. I know some of you might be asking the question, why didn't I do like this steam combi kind of thing with the chicken? And that is purely because I could not sit through an hour of listening to that air fryer. It is beyond loud. But that is it from me, lovelies. Wherever you are, please take care, stay safe, and yeah, I'll talk to you all hopefully down in the comments or over on another video. Bye for now.